on va attendre because you're quiet.
Et oui, bonsoir mesdames et messieurs, salutations spéciales à vous tous. Welcome to Watchil Anderson Show. Et à ce là et lundi en là, on très belle, nous parlons très belle jeu jeudi. Et for some reason, moi tout le monde et loulou extra belle jeudi, for some reason. Et par contre pour qui ça, I guess we will find out later. Et nous sommes ensemble avec nous là, et Richard Dumont, et nous sommes Mano, moi-même saisi, moi c'est Mano en Basno, et bon, et puis nous sommes Stanley Fanfan, et encore une fois, mesdames et messieurs, et pas oublier, ou même qui commence à regarder ce show là, extrêmement important mon service, Shirley, et sur ça me donne ban love, et puis pas oublier follow nous dans Facebook, follow nous dans YouTube, follow nous dans Instagram et tout ça. Et puis TikTok as well. Et puis pendant qu'on regarde le show à tout live, sous un commentaire bali et puis n'a make sure que nous lisons vous et sur côté mi ensemble. But nonetheless, welcome to Watchil Anderson Show ensemble avec tout staff nous et nous saluer et staff là qui travaille à HPDA, qui travaille et sur côté mi ensemble. So welcome to the show. So Lulu, take it over. What we have for today?
All right, we have some really, really interesting topics as always. The first one is Elon Musk engineering a coup. All right, so this is going to be really, really interesting. A lot of people want to get some information on this. We also have the Super Bowl halftime show. There's a lot of mixed reviews about that, so we're definitely going to go ahead and jump in and tackle that. Also, how will government budget cuts impact nonprofits? A lot of people in these nonprofits organizations are a bit shaky with all of these news coming out, so we'll definitely tackle some information on it. And last but not least, do men have a better understanding of relationships than women? I can't wait for that one.
You gotta
Anderson
be a
taking over with Elon Musk engineering a coup. Is that what's going on?
Please. Anyway, let's do it. I can't wait.
Right.
But now, qui sujet n'a pas en premier? Nous parlons dans Super Bowl là? Oh, Elon Musk? OK. On regarde vidéo pour nous, mesdames et messieurs.
That this committee will not even entertain a
no, you state your chair, and that's not a point of order.
To subpoena Musk to just have him come to testify before the committee about what he's up to. Interestingly, the committee's Republican members refused to allow debate on the motion, and when Democrats argued, that chaos unfolded.
Mr. Chairman, I think it's outrageous that this committee will not even entertain a motion.
No, you state your chair, and that's not a point of order.
Somebody who's breaking the law and dismantling our federal agencies.
That sounds like when we first started our show.
It started like we in Haiti.
I'm telling you. I remember those days. But anyway, so Stanley, I'm gonna go with you first. What the hell is going on? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with these people? I'm listening to you. I have my own perspective. Go ahead.
I think the Democrats are focused on the wrong thing, right? They're trying to block Elon Musk from getting access to many of those government departments, which he has clearance for, and him and his team. They're also talking about a whole bunch of 21 years old and 19 years old going in that don't have clearance and using AI to fish out a whole bunch of different things and spending maybe fraud going on within the government. While the Democrats are focusing on blocking them from doing that, one thing that they're not paying attention to is what's being found. So now, if it was under your watch, right, there's spending that's going left and right, there's fraud that's going on, there's senseless and useless spending going on, you might want to say, hey, we stand with Elon Musk. Let's take a look at what's going on. Maybe we should kind of reevaluate how things are going. But meanwhile, you're in the business of blocking that. So I think when it comes to election in the next 2 years, either for Congress or maybe in the presidential election, those things are going to be brought back to surface, and it's going to come around and bite them in the ass. That's my opinion.
What about you, Bano?
I mean, to be honest with you, Elon Musk, I think it's more like a conflict of interest. That's what people try to debate. The guy obviously is doing AI, he got a bunch of, company and all that. For me, I think the main issue is more kind of like, once again, it's conflicts of interest. He's a businessman. Nobody knows what the guy really wants. Nobody knows what the guy is really after. Nobody even know why he's doing what he's doing. So,
are you serious of what are you saying right now?
What
do you mean?
Exactly.
Are you serious of what you are saying right now?
What I'm trying to explain to you is, at the end of the day,
guess what? If he was broke, they would have said that he's after money. Since he's rich, he's the richest guy in the world. Now they cannot say it's because he wants money. So what do you mean they don't know what the guy wants?
Thing is,
they know what the guy wants.
People with money.
Yeah, let me listen to you. Let me no.
Money,
let me listen to you. You're trying to say that they don't know what the guy wants. I'm listening to you.
What I'm saying is nobody
because that's
knows.
what I'm concerned. The guy clearly, what they hire him for, it's very clear. So I'm listening to you.
Guys, what I'm trying to explain to you, you asked me a question, what the hell is wrong with those people? I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm not saying what the hell is wrong with Elon Musk.
Why they might be doing what they do.
You're a Democrat. I'm asking what the hell wrong with you.
I'm not in the Senate, my friend.
Yes, you are.
Listen,
you are in the Anderson Show Senate.
Yeah, but listen, whatever Elon Musk is doing, it doesn't affect me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's not the question. I asked you what's wrong with you.
Well, basically, you're saying that whatever he's doing, it doesn't affect you.
Well, hold on a second.
It does affect you.
I know financially what they're trying to do. What I'm saying is, I'm not the guy who gotta go back to work. I'm not the guy, I'm not a Republican who vote for him and now they say everybody gotta get back to work. I'm not that guy. When I say it doesn't affect me, yes, directly right now, it's not affecting me. I'm just saying, like, whatever he's doing, sometimes people watch for conflicts of interest.
Well, they're basically
is there conflict of interest in there?
There's a federal judge that basically stopped him getting access to data within the U.S. Treasury of the U.S. Treasury Department, and the reason why it's basically saying you're putting at risk people's personal information. Right. Well, it doesn't have to be financial. It could be your personal data going out there. Right. But myself personally, I'm like, this is a government employee that is part of a government agency doing the president and doing the people's work. Right. And
so it's government with government.
Exactly.
It's not a private entity.
Yeah.
So now, Lulu, let me listen to you, Lulu. What you got in there?
Look, without data, he cannot do what he was hired to do. Musk, he has a track record as a leader of multiple high-profile companies. He's running companies that handle complex logistics, manufacturing, technology development. I mean, this man is extremely capable, and I feel like he's the perfect person for the job. There's a small opinion on it, and without data, how can he move on?
What about you? What you got?
I agree with what Mallory said, but at the same time, he needs data to do what he has to do. But these people that are stopping him, they need to keep this stuff away from him. That's how they're securing. That's how they're preparing for their next they're preparing for the next 4 years to come. Okay, they gathering together, and then to see who they're gonna go and trying to put to represent the Democrats. So whatever they can do to block whatever it is, the same way that Trump comes in, whatever Biden did, he executive ordered everything and done everything that he was doing. So now it's the same. They're gonna try and block them so they can secure their vote again.
All right, let's get to it, guys. Let's be real. Okay. Elon Musk. This is not news. They knew what was coming. Actually, that was a part. He was a part of the election the whole time. That they were running on a platform. They're gonna change the way the U.S. government operate. As far as what? Listen, this country $1 trillion in debt. $1 trillion in debt. At the end of the day, nobody, no one from before try to even understand how we are going to bring the debt ceiling down. No one. Nobody even know from before where they are going to start. Now, there you go. They were complaining the Republican also increased the spending limit, blah, blah, blah. Now, there you go, Elon Musk. What is his job? His job is to find government waste. What's the problem?
There's plenty of that.
His job is to make sure government operate without any red tapes. Even your senator, she create a freaking stupid agency to do what? For no reason. To make people's life miserable. Everything that you have to do, you have to cross so many hoops to get it done. They put people in position that don't even need to be there. Spending money that don't even need to spend. At the end of the day, while you are saying it's not affecting you, the debt ceiling is affecting you every day, my friend. It's like it's one thing you need to understand. Elon Musk, listen to me. Give me a moment. That's why I let everybody talk. Now I'm gonna go deeper than that. Because you have to understand. Okay. What is the problem? If I said to you, there's waste, we are wasting money, and everybody agreed the debt ceiling is too high because we're paying the price, we have to bring it down. That's a good way to start. So now they're talking about 19-year-old, 19 this, 19. Guess what happened? Those 19-year-old, those 20-year-old, they know how to work the technology better than these old people that bring the debt ceiling high. So all these people, senators that you're sitting, they don't know nothing about AI. They don't know anything about crypto. And guess what? Not even one of them have 10 more years left on their lifetime right now. So at the end of the day, the new generation gonna have to take over. It's better to educate them now, to have access now than later. And
well, they're the one that have to repay the debt.
They have to repay it. Exactly. Just like I said, these freaking people sitting in the Senate and the House, they don't even have 10 years left. Look at Biden. Biden reached up when he can't even spell AI. But somebody have to replace Biden. So you see, that's the difference between Trump and Elon. They understand they need to bring fresh ideas.
So Greg, what's your rebuttal?
We cannot focus on these old people. No, this is a new generation. And here's the most important things that I'm going to tell you. You see what Elon Musk is doing right now? If he doesn't do it, guess what happened? That's exactly what China is doing. This is what China is doing. You see, China don't have no red tapes. That's the reason why they come up the other day with the new AI technology that they have. That cost them $5 million. Well, they said $5 million, but at the end of the day, that's dropped the market like crazy in the US because that's what happened.
Dipsick.
Dipsick.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? A small company. That's not even a big company that have billions of dollars. No. Elon Musk, no. Remember, majority of his business is in China. He knows how China operates. If we don't change our ways, we're going to be in deep crap. Because regardless of what it is, we're paying interest to China. So, what is the problem? Okay. why they cannot work together with it. Listen, that's fine. It's okay if you don't like certain things. But why going against the guy if everybody agreed we have a debt ceiling that's so high we need to drop it? I just can't understand the Democrats.
Just looking at Greg's face.
I just don't understand. Okay,
Greg,
we all agree.
What's in your mind?
What we all agree we have to drop. Okay, listen. Do we all agree that debt ceiling is too high? Do we all agree all the time there's waste in the government?
Well, listen, not the entire debt. You know, I mean, governmental debt is not a bad thing, right? The amount of debt that we have, yes, it is. It is a little. Go ahead. Yes.
Anderson, listen. First of all, you gotta understand. I'm on your side. You asking a question. You say, what is wrong with those people? I'm explaining to you maybe why they might be doing what they're doing. It doesn't mean that I agree with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? You ask me, I say, well, it might be conflicts of interest. It might be some other things. People might not.
But if you say conflict of interest, I gotta ask you, where's the conflict of interest?
But that's not his point of view. It's this people's point
of
view.
The thing is that Elon Musk, for example, is the owner of Starlink, and the U.S. Department of Defense does use Starlink to operate. Right?
Yeah.
So maybe that might be an opportunity for him. Some people say, hey, it's an opportunity for him to expand his business and have influence and power. Maybe.
But guess what? You cannot even say that, Stanley, because guess what happened? If it was power, this guy been have clearance. This guy been have clearance even under Joe Biden. He always has security clearance. You know why? Because the type of product that his companies provide a lot of services for the U.S. government. As a matter of fact, the U.S. government, even in Ukraine, the U.S. government used his company to provide what? Satellite to Ukraine.
Anderson, let me give you an example, right? Yes, they waste money all the time. I can tell you that a lot of things that, I mean, Stanley, you from Massachusetts, you're going to know what I'm talking about, right? They have an institution in Massachusetts, MBTA, right? They control the train, they control the buses, right?
Yeah, transportation.
Transportation. Do you know how they pick their employee? Like either way, people, they got accident all the time. They don't take the 10 best mechanic, for example, and say, we're going to choose the best guy. No, you know what they do? A lottery. So you might not be a mechanic at all. But if your name pop up, guess what? You got that job. You work for them for 10 years, 20 years. Now I got to pay them $4,000 a month for the rest of their lives.
Pension.
Well, of course, we're going to be in debt. If you keep, I know guys who retire there at 40 years old and go get another job while they still get $4,000 from them. Now, how do you intend not to be debt? I know there's ways. You guys ever been to the registry of motor vehicle? Nobody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they all have a job there.
Worst place ever, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you call.
And this is something you should be able to do online.
Well, you could do most of it online.
Most of it is online now.
Most of it is online. It's so convenient now.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they still, you know, some people still go there.
Manu, I agree with what you said. But I disagree with the money you're talking about. If the guy worked for 10, 20 years and then decide to retire, you owe him his money. So he could get 10 other jobs. He could win the lottery and still get his $4,000 from you.
No, that's not the part he was telling you about. It's not about him being qualified for the job.
The guy's not qualified.
So at the end of the day, they're going to cost the government more money because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Now there's more liability.
Or JT, on-job training.
So do you know? Yeah. And those people.
It sounds like he works for the government himself.
It looks like.
And they have an accident every week.
You know what? One thing, moi je suis fait dans l'anglais seulement et Guillaume capte de nous, ok? Et c'est mixly parce que l'autre dit
regarder. OK. On seul bagage moi même pas comprendre. si nous tous d'accord, yo tout d'accord que gouvernement a gaspillé un paquet de cob.
I agree.
D'accord.
Pour qui ça? Au lieu que yo dit ah OK, on comprendre et pas tout bagaille Elon Musk pour le faire d'accord. Mais il lui semble que démocrate pas d'accord même que monsieur a fait. C'est ça m'pa comprendre.
Même Janto, oui, et tu
Well,
pas
that-
quoi
that's-
rien de faire non.
Démocrate haïtien net yo kounya là dans moment ça là.
Non, je sais pas vrai. Bon, bah Elon dit qui bon et Stanley, on t'a monsieur dit par contre après États-Unis par contre pays au monde qui fait peuple payer taxe et puis pour prendre l'argent taxe ça fait peuple la payer pour ouvrir les États-Unis. Nobody does that except for us here.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure.
So
Parce que-
that I agree,
Okay.
I agree with him.
Yeah, and most people don't know this, and I think I mentioned that in a previous show, that the whole idea of income tax in this country is, it's something, I don't want to say it's something new, it's been around for a long time, but back in the days, people did not pay income tax. The tariff is what basically managed the country, right? So this idea of paying 37 or 39% on a highest tax bracket as income tax is ludicrous, and I like to see this go down at some point. So I'm not saying what Elon Musk is doing is what's going to lower my tax rates. Obviously, that has to run through Congress. But the thing is, if we can cut waste and find other resources to lower our taxes, for it, I'm all for
But
it.
it's the same thing as a school district, right? Like you take those little van who's running around with one child in the van. That's like they rent that van for $400 for the day, running around with one kid. I mean, not like it's a bad thing for some people. If you're in this business, it's not your fault. But at the same time, I think it's it's a waste, and I agree. But we're talking about like millions of kids like that.
N'a parlé il pas affecté nous, quand qui l'affecté nous? Taxe ou paye chaque année sous Kaoua.
No, mais Anderson, of course.
Avec dit, ou mec 5 ou gen 65 ans, et pour payer taxe de $25,000, $10,000, $12,000, et pendant ce temps, retire. Retire, ça veut dire pas gain income.
No, mais Anderson, of course, li
Guys,
affecte.
on entre dans l'autre sujet, monsieur.
Go
ahead, Manu. Go ahead.
Non, ça moi-même m'a dit, monsieur, c'est que les m'a dit, il va affecter directement. Donc, on y a là, il fait que pour tout employé l'État tourner dans le travail. Tout le monde qui dit qu'on a calé qu'on work from home. That thing is over. So that doesn't personally affect me in that sense. Mais on va quelqu'un li affecté, c'est dans ce sens ça me dit, il va affecter. Of course, financially, although it's going to affect everybody.
Monsieur, nous toujours plaindre government, government pas effectif dans le travail. Tout le monde a plaint pour ça.
Right, and that is something that I was going to mention because we're all aware that there's a lack of efficiency. And part of that fear could potentially be that things will be discovered and they will be put out there.
Yes.
Again,
Absolutely.
Musk is going back on the importance of transparency and efficiency because that's what aligns with the whole Doge goal. And in order for him to do that, documentation needs to be provided. He needs to do a deep dive into the books and see how do we become more efficient. On that note, we're going to go ahead and move on with the next topic.
Avec quoi tout pas capable voler, investiguer voler.
Next topic.
Voler pas investiguer voler.
Next topic.
Let's go next topic.
All right. So we all enjoyed the Super Bowl yesterday. Me personally, the team that I was going for won, and I was very happy about that.
Me
However,
too movement. Me too movement. Me too movement.
But we definitely want to talk about what's the hype out there, which is that Kendrick Lamar performance, that halftime show. How do you guys feel about it?
I think it's overrated.
Well,
No, it's not.
I think I had an opportunity to watch the show, the first section of the show, and I said to myself, I don't know, I was disappointed. Samuel L. Jackson came on and say, it's not something enough. It's too ghetto. It's too something. I don't want to say that it was ghetto, but it felt like it.
You talk about Samuel Jackson say that?
He did
Yes,
say that.
but-
He did say that.
But he was a part of the show.
It was part of the show, but he didn't say it in a negative way. He said it because it was set up to be that way, right?
Okay.
Before he said it, he
okay.
said it in the show, and I started watching the show, and I said, if there is somebody that is 65 years old sitting in Montana right now watching the show, it seems like it's hard for him to kind of relate and connect with what he was seeing. So it wasn't mainstream enough.
Isn't that the reason why they brought Jay-Z anyway to be a part of the NFL, to do the inclusion thing with the black culture?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying the show was the performance itself was a little boring to watch, right? It was a little boring to watch. People say, "Oh, there's a lot of message." When you're on that level of stage, and there's a Super Bowl going on, people just want to be entertained, and you might have your hidden agenda to kind of like have this message out, or have this kind of performance to have something that comes across. But the thing is that people just want to be entertained. And this is one of the, to be honest with you guys, this is one of the worst Super Bowl halftime show I've ever seen. I wasn't impressed at all. I wasn't entertained. I watched it and I'm like, man, this is boring.
But you know what?
So the
Go
reason
ahead,
why
Lulu.
the show was not primarily based on just wanting to just like a performance. It was very symbolic.
Yes.
Even
That's what makes it bad.
I just said it. I just said it.
Samuel L. Jackson, that was symbolic. And I have something pulled up right now. So we're going to talk about some of those symbols in that performance. Which you read.
I didn't see it.
The stage was set with American flags and dancers in military-style uniforms, symbolizing the complex relationship between African-American communities and American patriotic symbols. During the performance, dancers wearing red hoodies were dramatically shot by an actor portraying a police officer, which was a powerful and disturbing image representing the issue of police brutality in the United States. And we could go on and on and on. It was so symbolic that if we didn't understand these symbols and we just wanted to be entertained, that you wouldn't really find a pleasure in it. But everything he did on that stage had a purpose.
Lulu,
I understand.
I agree with what you're saying. What Stanley's trying to say is that this is the wrong place at the wrong time. This is the
wrong place at the wrong time.
No. Listen,
people are not trying to watch a civil movement.
Mais si on bon mouvement, si on message je voulais passer, monsieur, si on message je voulais passer, c'est pendant que il y a plus exposure que possible pour passer.
Pour ça pas regarder un free show et même pour ça pour tout qu'on vient regarder pour
blanc pas regarder. Non. Mais NFL, tout le monde a regardé NFL.
Avant bon là, on besoin passer on besoin faire mouvement, faire free show, give 50 states, passer dans chaque state yo, font free show pour on regarder.
Blanc pas regarder.
Ça fait ça.
Non.
Blanc pas regarder.
Regardez social media right now, pas regarder.
You wouldn't be able to reach everybody.
Thank you very much.
Able to reach just like you are.
That's it.
But what I'm saying is that
for
the purpose of entertainment, I was not entertained. There was a deeper meaning. For the purpose of the deeper meaning, the message was out there, right? So what he was trying to achieve, he did achieve it.
Yes.
But myself personally, I wasn't watching the halftime Super Bowl show for a civil rights movement. I was watching it for entertainment, and I was not entertained.
And just to go back to the Samuel L. Jackson comment, right? Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. That was attention being brought on the perception of Black artists in American culture. So that's the reason why he had them say these things. Again, everything was symbolic. And as you stated, in the beginning, I was just like, come on, pick it up. What is this? Until I started to pay attention to the performance, and I was like, wow, this is powerful. And he would not have gotten that many viewers watching all at one time had he done it in another event.
How many of those viewers are like discussing and hate him even more? Because they want it. That's what I'm saying.
But here's my thing. Et puis go l'autre problème qui vient gagner encore. Tout hype behind Kendrick Lamar là, ouais, ou pas attention avec message ça. Tout hype qui te gagné là, everybody was going to see qui ça qui t'a pral fait avec avec Drake. So ça veut dire que là tout gon miss message pas même bien passé même.
Exactement.
Parce que tout ça moun t'a attendre c'est hype qui gagne et few qui gagne entre Kendrick Lamar ensemble avec Drake parce que pas oublier and he mentioned that too. He said, well, you know, they like to get sued. You know, they like to sue, things like that. So, I believe, même côté de tu as essayé de passer message ça tout,
Still vous aider.
bon côté tout message n'a pas tellement bien passé parce que tout le monde a une perception que, hey, je t'ai pas regardé, m'te dit ou, et réaction entre et musique là, est-ce que tu pas plus aller toward Drake? But pendant ce temps, I don't even think he spent like 3 seconds on Drake.
All right. Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my problem. We're going to have a message about it with a good show.
Yeah,
But I just see the guy going around 10 steps, just walking around. So, nous même not got it on television. We got a view from the top. Think about if you're in that stadium, you pay that kind of money to go to watch a show. You pay like a $5,000 ticket. And I go, I'm waiting for the halftime show. But Simpson Kansas City fan, I'm even more mad because my team is losing at halftime.
Every map got a bucket garçon.
You know, you gotta, well, look, that's all the guy do is like walking on and 1-2 steps. I mean, I get it, but you still can get your message or whatever and do something. I don't know.
So you don't think the show was good at all?
You want to talk?
He was entertaining. I mean, I don't know the guy. I'm old school. I mean, I'd be good with like a, I don't know, Dua Lipa.
Même so celle for moi no bagala c'était Serena. Serena Williams so celle for moi. Et Serena Williams même ça que elle vient là, c'est pas celle qui a problème avec Drake oui, parce que Drake te mange Jungle, ba koni j'aime Drake gitel. So vindictive oui là. Serena
No, it
Williams.
wasn't just that. It was also the dance that she did. She
the
had
quick
that
walk.
for the back as well.
No, I mean,
But anyway, women, I don't think it was entertaining. I don't mind the message.
Listen. You want to talk about message? We were watching a Super Bowl with 2 quarterbacks of color, and one of them was about to three-peat on the Super Bowl. You want to talk about historical event? You want to talk about
one of them with real color, one of them with fake color.
Anyway,
but color.
I say men. I didn't say that.
and I was going for the real color.
You know, hey, listen, I gotta stick with the light skinned brother, okay? But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that there was a will leap forward when it comes to breaking barriers just by watching that Super Bowl and watching those 2 men going at each other. One destroyed the other, but anyway, they were there, and there was one that was basically.
I should have put money on it, man.
I told this guy, Stanley, dit monsieur comme ça, mettez $5,000 sur Eagles. Ça fait 13,000, bon 3,000, il avait 10,000. Il dit, mettez le bon ouais.
I'm not a gambler. Dude, I was so hard. I'm not a gambler.
Monsieur dit comme ça, bon, $5,000, quoi ça me fait $5,000? Je dis, ok, là, bon, 10,000, nous fait plus avec 2 jours.
Yes. Mais je me suis parlé à ce comme te gadou, he's God, he guaranteed my money. I'm not a gambler. And here's a funny thing. You know why I'm trying my best not to be a gambler? Pas vle gagner, et puis m'pense m'ba gagner tout et puis m'perdre tout ça m'gagner. Pas tété comme ça.
So, quand là, me dit monsieur comme ça, ouais, on fait. Me dit monsieur, ouais, on fait. Monsieur dit comme ça, si me déconne, me déconne ou pas de
faire. Ouais, puis donc si me déconne, au lieu de dire moi regrette. Puis donc si me déconne. Because guess what? The whole thing about it is, we pas de connaître.
Lulu, I wanted to ask you the question. Yes, I understand you may be passionate about the message and the performance, but in terms of entertainment value itself, not the message, what was your take on it?
I would give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, well, that says it all. That says it all.
Moi-même, mon seul bagage, mon seul problème, moi-même, ma balle, toi, parce que m'ba femme même. Parce que pas entertainment sans femme.
Tu femme yo.
Femme yo.
Ça cap danser, yeah.
Téléphone yo, téléphone.
Oui, dingen femme.
Téléphone yo.
Yo va connu, yo va connu.
iPhone mi monsieur Glabat. Téléphone yo monsieur. Et nous
No,
iPhone.
it was
Faut douceur, mettez femme boum, mettez vidéo, mettez vidéo.
yes.
That's what the forms are about message I devine passer tout.
Bah, ouais,
That
faut-
would be very bad.
Pas qu'à ouais, eh ben ça fait nous baguer femme. Si vous femme pas qu'à ouais, femme yo baguer femme monsieur.
Toi, mesdames
Eh,
blanc, yo.
ouais, ça qui baguer Chinese. Chinese movie a quitté.
Squid Game.
Squid Game, Squid Game là. Monsieur, let's go to another next topic là. But hey, again, message je t'ai passé à, hopefully il passe.
Only by Lee.
Correct.
Mais when it comes to Super Bowl entertainment, comme
Okay.
c'est le dit,
Okay.
moi-même, bah
Lulu,
dans entertainment là, ça me fait cher.
le longo question pour avant aller. Ou dit comme ça que it was very symbolic, but don't you think he should practice what he's preaching? Okay, we're divided. The point is for us to get united and everything, but yet you are feuding with another, should I say, another brother?
And here's another thing.
Huh?
Where some said Jack bottom
And then why you doing? Why you send your
that's a
message?
good
You want to
question.
go like who still have throwing shit at the other guy? So
Eh,
what's the point of it?
eh,
Yeah, shit have to go like these people. What the hell they doing?
Exactement. Et puis avec quoi tout?
Because guess what?
Oh, I know.
Anderson stated it. At the end of the day, I am going to be unapologetically Black, but at the same time, too, I'm going to entertain what everybody's been waiting on. They're waiting to hear something about Drake, right? Didn't you guys say everybody was waiting on that part?
Yeah,
So
but
we
That,
gave a
come-
little-
that's come from them.
So they weren't waiting
That's
for the
come from
message.
them.
No. So the point is that you wiped out your message then.
But what he was trying to say was not, it was more what America is doing to our communities. That was what the message was all
And
about.
then he shows exactly how we're destroying our own community by what he's doing.
I think you both guys got a point. You know.
Next.
Well,
Right. So we have another really good topic. We know that a lot of nonprofit organizations have been really worried because of these government budget cuts or
They
wanting
should.
to look deeper into the books of nonprofits. How do you guys feel about that and everything that's been going on?
non-profit is a
And
scam.
It's a big scam. I agree
and
with
we
you.
have- we
Non-profit
have
is a scam.
Educational.
I agree with you.
90% of the money go to the bureaucrats.
You know what? I agree with Anderson because I want to say one thing. The March of Dime. When you go to Publix during the month of March, they ask you for $1. Do you know how much money that goes to the organization? 1 dime, 10 cents.
10 cents.
Exactly. And do you know how much money the CEO of this company is making yearly?
Yeah.
Over.
Millions.
Thank you, sir.
For running,
I'm just saying.
There's no doubt about those things.
So
but we
this
need
is-
to keep
this-
in mind.
These are scammers.
We need to keep in mind that organizations that are health and human services, educational institution, I think it was an abrupt stop, right? Could it have been done at a better timing than just saying right away, let's just stop it right then and there?
Right,
Ma
right
bon,
there.
papi,
I
encore tout.
think you're completely right that you could vet a little bit better and make sure that these organizations are doing what they're saying they're doing. They're reaching the people that they should be reaching,
Yeah.
and they are benefiting
Yeah.
from what the people that are receiving are benefiting fully from what the organization is providing. But yes, to stop it abruptly, I think is a little bit tough to go about it that way. But sometimes to make change,
Change is never easy. D'accord, c'est moi, bon.
Et pas bien
Yeah,
encore
yeah,
tout.
yeah.
Nous pensons que comme des gars tout, Trump là pour n'importe 10 ans, 20 ans. No.
4 ans. 3
So
ans.
whatever you gotta get it done, get it.
The last shit don't count.
And here's another thing too. Like, essa moun yo pa kompren. The thing that you will not do in your private company, and they're doing it in government. So when you
Got
purchase
it.
a company, you're making changes.
That's
You're not
the
gonna wait
last
2-3
election,
years to
guys.
start trying to see, like, trying to cut, trying
There's no more
to
election.
make
Mano.
adjustment.
Mano go mano.
You start making adjustment right away.
Moi de mano plage de
But here's
gouvernement
the
là.
thing. Mais c'est pas avec
Vite
gouvernement.
de mano.
Gouvernement, c'est pas comme payo. C'est pas comme payo.
There's no more election.
C'est comme
Mano.
taxpayer, that's it.
Mano lagel mano lagel.
Et que ça me garde elle.
By mano balé, mano go.
Mano, what you got?
Wisdom.
No, that's the non-profit. obviously the way they operate. Et bon, camper là difficile, mais sometimes I think m'pa quoi m'cha pas écrit le camper là. I think m'cha on camper comme ça. He goes to an extreme and then they're gonna go back to a middle. Parce que étant que souper de ba moun $100, sous ba moun na 80 on ba 50 la plein, mais sous couper le net et puis qu'on y a n'importe so bali, they're gonna be happier doing it. Parce que moi-même m'essaye ba comme dans non-profit, moun bam kob boum ba dans non-profit.
So fave o ba yo.
Mais non, moi dis moun yo kembe kob yo. Moi dis moun yo kembe kob yo because l'homme calcule moi les Red Cross, moi dis comme ça OK.
Bon l'autre scheme encore.
Oh, hey, Black Lives Matter.
Biggest scheme ever.
Mano, Black Lives Matter. This is the biggest scheme ever. From lucky CEO, I will be salta supposé go talve, il prend l'argent yo. La show carry over $5 million keyboard in the all-white community. She was the only black person in there.
Yeah, but
she's the head of Black Lives Matter.
Bonjour. Monsieur, not tout bagay, même cancer. L'on ba yon corps pour cancer research. Sometimes, j'aime moi moun sa yo fait séminaire dans côté cheap. C'est golf course. That's where the money goes. That's where the money goes. So, moun yo kounya, li rivon tan, j'en ap di ya. Moi, I agree with it at that angle. The waste gotta stop. Parce que c'est taxpayer kap
exactement.
Fond de bay sa yo.
Et puis, il y a coffre mon tax boy ici. Bon, il y a sa idée. On n'a pas de bagarre. Et il y a sa idée au campé.
Ça se voit comme même. C'est bon volo.
Bon, ça allait, mais bon, le bagarre. Mais bon, le bagarre, il y a sa idée pour comprendre.
C'est bon volet.
Non, bon, le bagarre pour comprendre. C'est comme ça, États-Unis corrompent l'autre pays pour dominer.
Il y a sa idée pour Clinton nier. Et Clinton qui prend l'argent, puis l'argent, le bagarre là. C'est bon scheme.
Il y a sa idée sur ce cancer.
Et pour Clinton nier. Il donne pour l'argent, il va il fait affaire avec lui, l'acheter car avec lui, he built a house for $5 million. When all the money went to the other countries, but they give the money specifically for Haiti. During the earthquake.
Mais il y a ça, il est ici seulement.
No, mais during the earthquake. No, during the earthquake, the money that they collected for the earthquake for Haiti relief.
Mais il y a ça, il est Haïti déjà avant earthquake là.
After the earthquake, they collected like millions of dollars. When they want qui est-ce qui est capable by l'argent pour faire bagarre avec, ils dit non, by monsieur Clinton Kebel dans USAID pour yo. Et un bagage fait, let Trump run in 2016.
16.
And you wonder what happened with that money. Ça veut dire nous l'argent yo prend, yo te aider l'autre pays qui a besoin tout. But yet Haiti for confiance parce que you were the best person to hold that money pour go with the plane with
Richard.
Look, we're not doubting the fact that there is definitely some things that are going on that should not have been going on within nonprofit organizations. I think for me, it's more like, for example, nonprofit organizations have to submit a budget. These funds are already approved for certain line items, and just having this sudden stop that includes line items for payroll. That includes line item drawdowns for food, etc.
Go get another job.
And that it was just cut, like stop right now. Even funds that are currently approved. So it was more the method.
But you gotta see some of the programs that they're involved with. Come on, I mean, let's be real, right? I mean, this is an organization, especially USA, that was created to influence and for the United States to exercise its power in a non-military way across many different countries around the world, right? And now our own people are suffering when we are funding ridiculous organization and project around the world. I mean, come on, let's be real. Let's be real.
Yeah, but understand, you know that. Next time, même là, you in Haiti, you loué machine.
Belle machine.
They got the best car. They stay in the best hotel.
Bel hotel. Bel 5-star.
That's where the money go. And how much money you think those people are getting paid?
And they get per diem too. They get per diem.
Helping the poor. For that money, I help the poor.
No. Comme là, on se fact. Pas oublier comme ça aller dans politicien yo, c'est avec comme ça yo corrompt politicien yo, parce que pas oublier. Gon bagay pour comprendre bien simple. Et donc on me regarde ou j'ai pas quoi lever Haïti et puis on ba pas on 5 gouttes pour le ba ou je moi 5 gouttes ça. Là, dit, quand c'est un goût de te me dire, moi, je vais manger là.
Eh, my host, bon mon petit anglais dans film, Diamond Show est mainstream. Même j'ai avec Kendrick Lamar qui toi ethnique pour moi, hein. I like the show to go a little mainstream, okay?
So that's so practically, like I was saying, they use that money for corruption. ESI, they use that money to
use
the money.
Every $100
Use the money.
$5.
They use the money so they can corrupt politicians, so they can govern politicians. That's it. So at the end of the day, why you think people haïtiens sont pas 99,9,9%, 100%, tout politicien haïtien c'est gros voleur. Qui quand on connaît comme ça sorti? Qui quand on connaît pas comme ça sorti? Ça faut qu'on ait gouvernement américain qui a dit qui a accepté son drug dealer sous pouvoir. Pour qu'ils soient connus, ils ont accepté son child molester sous pouvoir. Pour qu'ils soient pensés, ils accepté, c'est moun qui pi vieux baga, qui pi sale, qui pi fatra yo, quel connaît qui gros volé yo, qui vle pour sous pouvoir. Mais soit tout ça fait ça. Parce que ils connaît, s'il connaît son fatra, et son voleur, son vicieux, son grand gouillé, ou pas de personnalité, ou pas rien, ou pas moun, ou pas bête. C'est peut-être ça, Haïti a toujours changé, elle pas bon, il pas jambon. This is what the government provide the USAID the money for. And they get the best out of it.
Non-profit organization.
Regardez. Mandez pas de vous, monsieur.
Yo, je viens de sortir chercher. Yo, je viens de sortir chercher. Monsieur, comment vous connaissez? Qu'est-ce qui finance le budget? Et pas Haïti seulement, non?
Did we touch a nerve?
Et pas Haïti seulement, non, monsieur? Non, moi-même, ma moutou, mais pendant ce temps, papa.
Pété absé.
Tenez ça, Mabdou. Nèg yo pas dit que, yo pas dit après ça l'ISAID complètement, non? Yo intelligent, monsieur. Yo pas dit après ça l'ISAID, non? Yo fait connaître que, GDCD, yo pral réexaminer le programme, non?
Yo pas canceller, il faut faire comme Bayoua.
Yo va réexaminer le programme, non? Et puis, vous regardez exactement qui côté le programme n'a flaws là-dedans. If there's any flaws in the program, what need to be fixed to make the program better? That's one thing I know the American people will never remove.
Yeah, but
enough money to keep these stupid, dumbass Haitian politicians corrupt. They will always make sure they have money for them.
We're not there.
And it's not only Haiti, though.
Yeah, but you just said
it's not only
Haiti.
Haiti.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Every single
We're
those
talking about
all those little countries.
I mean, I did mention when I made my comment earlier, it's an organization that's created, that's outside of the Defense Department of military, where they don't take military action by invading the country, but they influence the ideal a way for the government or the country to move in a certain way that favors the United States, or i.e. Democracy.
That's it.
C'est pas a non-profit. What they're gonna start taxing them churches. As non-profit.
Et tandis que yo tellement sot. Américain ba ou $2 millions et puis l'entrée dans pays où il vole pour $1 billion.
Ça va faire mal.
Si gon bagay li connaît le besoin, li pa être des politiciens yo, li ba yo tout des trois petits comme.
C'était le d'accord même. Il va faire mal.
Richard dit, ça va faire mal.
Faire mal. They're not
faire mal.
Listen, these Haitian politicians, they're not people. They're not human.
No. Listen, no.
No.
Pas dit ça. Pas dit ça.
They're not. No, they're not.
No. Pardonnez votre chill.
Pas que t'es comme ça. Pas donner mon merde.
Listen.
They're not. Yo. Dude.
Yeah. No. What you got?
We can go.
I don't know what you did.
Ouais, mais écoutez ça, ouais, même pas me parler de côté ça. Me parler de côté ça.
I don't know what you did, Stanley, but you broke the one side of the clue.
We're going to move on to the next topic because this one is really, really interesting. So we're going to get out of politics and we're going to go more into the
more power to USAID. By volley au cob.
All right.
Okay, this sound too loud.
We're going to tap into relationships now. So, do men have a better understanding of relationships than women? What's your all take on that?
Let's play the video first. I'd like to see this video.
Men have the basic ideas of what a relationship needs: roles, shared purpose, serving each other. As a whole group, they have never said, I'm here to make myself happy. Now, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I deal heavily in the emotional realm. I don't think that men have grown to be able to provide for the emotional needs of a relationship where we have evolved to. And there is an increasing demand that women have. But I really believe that that is not the primary issue. If we can't get the foundation right, what are we doing talking about emotional intelligence? If we can't even figure out how to just be together, and what we doing here, it's a second layer, a tertiary issue.
But I think I have enough of this nonsense. Listen to
emotional quality.
Listen, I have enough of this nonsense from this black woman. Listen to me.
Order. Like you got to just have the basic part down. And so again, we can see that men in mass over time have
legal marriage license, so certificate and marriage license, marriage. Crap, right?
Hey, listen. It's okay. She's single. She is strong, black, and independent. It's okay.
Monsieur, make the problem nous in a society.
She's strong. She's black and she's independent.
Let's not go color yet.
But she's black. Now listen.
She looks very strong.
Listen. Mais les gars mettent Joel bas. Les gars mettent. Ouais, les gars mettent Joel. You gotta give me that. Monsieur,
you know, she got beautiful skin. Her face is looking quite clear.
I know.
She does a little mask at
maybe
we should take care of her skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to the end. Listen to the end. Let's go. Let's finish it. Don't listen to it.
She's glowing. She's glowing. She's glowing.
Keep playing the video. Let's go all the way to the end.
And what we doing here? It's a second layer, a tertiary issue to talk about emotional quality and stuff. That's really what I think. You got to, order. Like you got to just have the basic part down. And so again, we can see that men in mass over time have held that basic order and foundation of a relationship, and women have not. Women have made the foundation or the order and structure of a relationship negotiable. And men are like, it's not though. And that's the stalemate. Men have.
Well, your perspective changed. That's why you do not judge the book by its cover.
Listen, this is a whole bunch of words of salad for her to say that feminist movement has basically created a different type of woman where women can actually demand more and more and more.
Thank you very much.
Men.
Thank you.
When it comes to men, we are very simple. We just want to go out there, slay the dragon, take care of our family, come home in peace, where our woman is taking care of our children and we help in the household. And we know that, this is different times, right? And we can raise a family and we can raise little human being that can be productive member of society. Now, you want to talk to me about your emotional need, your XYZ need, right? You are being conditioned, right? To want more and more and more. I don't want it to be so complex. I want my relationship to be simple. And the simpler that you are as my woman, as my companion for life, the more the percentage of us making it to the end, the greater it will be. Right? All those word salad to say that you're liberated and independent movement, independent woman that that want all this XYZ, right? I can see right beyond it.
Monsieur, attendez bien, ça m'a dit. Loulou. Loulou vle di ouais? M'attendez Loulou, non?
So to go back to the question, right? Do men have a better understanding of relationships? I think it's not so much about gender understanding.
On pose une question ou on pose une question après pour une bouteille pour?
No, well, let her make her comment.
Sorry.
It's not so much about the gender and who understands relationships better, but rather that like men and women, they prioritize different aspects of a relationship. So men focuses more on respect, loyalty, stability, to go back to what Stanley's mentioning, whereas women might emphasize more on emotional connection, personal fulfillment. So it's all in which aspect are we looking at it from, and how do we combine the two together to make it a successful relationship?
Yeah, but what you
Monsieur.
mean is that with the emotional connection, it is very fleeting. But if we have a connection that is based on, you know, loyalty, trust, and a greater purpose that involves our children to create better members of society, we can go beyond and we can see beyond the emotional. Emotional is fleeting. The relationship, the romantic part
Tellement
of the
parler de
relationship.
ces gros mots là, et ça fait relationship yo pas jamais marcher.
Yeah, no. Sorry. The romantic part
Laissez-moi
of the
regarder.
relationship at
So,
different stages will change, right? But so now this is the problem that I have with the modern woman nowadays is that this Disney fairy tale does not last. When it's gone, right? What does our relationship look like?
Monsieur Bagon ken degré, non understanding woman. Bon, j'aime dans des ouais, c'est tellement compliqué. Il n'y a pas même faux course pour ça même.
Yeah, no, mais parce que Anderson, nous-mêmes garçons, we have not changed. Nous pas changer.
Monsieur, quand est-ce que vous nous tout mal pop fait ça n'a parlé là, monsieur avec femme monsieur. Monsieur, moi avec que nous monsieur. Mes amis.
Says the non-married guy.
Kouya là moi même d'agé problème avec femme moi et de vos femmes ça m'da vinn chita. Monsieur, moi que nous bien. On va pour nous comprendre bien simple.
Okay.
Mariage a toujours dans Tintin. De ça fait ça? Créateur qui crée mariage là, il n'est pas créé pour tout côté, pour tout pays. Ok? Bien simple. M'balexi go bien. Dans le mariage. Qui est-ce qui a compris une femme?
Complex of a creature.
Ok, retenez-moi là, bien simple. Monsieur, moi n'a parlé là, tant comme te kadou, je n'ai parlé là, même un scientist, pas qu'à aider une femme, non? Retenez-moi. N'a parlé d'emotional. Bon, mes amis, job moi en tant qu'un garçon, un don kay, ton est Chris Boulit, moi. Just the fact que me connais, responsabilité me gagner as a man inside the home is already up to here. Responsabilité me seulement en tant qu'un garçon, oui. Je ne parle pas de garçons qui m'assistent ou bien garçons qui par contre si ces garçons, je dis aux garçons des meilleurs femmes. Non, I'm talking about men that's normal, 100% men. Responsabilité nous as a man is overwhelming already. Imagine, femme pas qu'à comprendre how tough to be a man. How tough it is, our responsibility as a man. Monsieur, m'a expliqué. I'm looking at me, for example, the way I work. I work for who? I work for my kids. Matin là, mal travail dans l'autre pays. Je lève à 6h du matin, dans l'autre pays, mal travail. À 5h du matin, je prends avion, je rentre ici là. Premier côté, je pas mal. I went straight to hug and kiss my kids. My life is for them. That responsibility alone for pas dormir la nuit. Because your responsibility as a man, c'est pour travailler dur. Ma Mexico bien. Pendant que je parle tout Tintin ça au base. Madame ou travail. Jou madame ou t'apparaît sous dit ah ou qu'on va gagner un bel job moi. Ou dire qui ça qu'on va dire comme garçon. I dire mais OK.
No, don't worry, sweetie. I got it.
It's okay. We're gonna be all right.
Pas un problème.
Take some time for something else.
Bagon met pour me dire, it's okay. Ou même en tant que garçon. Ou même en tant que garçon. Ou petit job ou tout da crise boulit mon pas rentrer dans caille là. Qui j'en pas dit madame ou petit job. Kounya là, l'on si rentrer dans caille là.
Ça dépend de madame ou gain.
Ah, fait donc quel ça madame ou gain. Regarde-moi là. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Right, Lulu. Right, Lulu. Ça dépend de madame ou gain.
Relax. OK. Regarde-moi là. Ça dépend de madame ou gain. Regarde-moi m'a vinn so. Ou pense que puis bon
For
madame
how
c'est tout.
long?
Boy,
For
bah
how
ça fait
long?
tout.
Non, bah, ça fait
Retenez.
rien.
Nous pensons nous
How long is a
retenez.
different topic?
Listen,
but he's
let me
making it
finish
seem
it.
like
Yeah,
the
what's
day
that affaire pour
happened,
nous passer?
welcome home.
Tenez bien m'aider. Go bagay pour comprendre. Là qu'on entre dans caille ça. Dis madame ou perdu job. Gardez qui je l'ai gardé.
Ben,
Pour
non,
retenez,
c'est pas-
retenez. Madame ou te mette des millionnaires. Madame ou te mette charger l'argent dans tout col. En dedans caille là.
Non, d'accord. Non.
It doesn't mean crap.
Moi, je dis,
Get give me a second.
allez.
L'offre dit madame ou perdu job. Madame ou pas jamais do it's okay. Parce que madame ou connaît it's not okay.
Non, mais ça fait
Kounya
ça.
là, retenez. Madame ou qui t'ont fait soirée.
Pour qui ça?
Madame ou qui t'ont, she's gonna let you spend the night if you lucky. If the message of it, she can be rich. She's gonna say to you, when are you
She'll fix your resume.
when are you going to work again? What is your plan for today? What is my plan for today? Are you planning to look for another job?
I'm taking the kids
Well,
to school.
those are all vital questions to know how do we move forward as a relation, as a couple, or as a family.
No,
Those are-
no. All this, no. You missing the point. All this is to show you. Doesn't matter if your wife is rich. You, if you are a normal man, même là c'est $20,000 pour dans caille là. Même là c'est $10,000 pour dans caille là.
I agree.
You see that $10,000 qu'on porte dans caille là?
See, it give you a,
C'est 10,000, c'est ou gon responsabilité
yeah, moi, je dis, d'accord.
as a man.
La partie ça,
C'est soit quoi de mieux sur ma bosse.
Listen, get out the pass au paquet gold digger.
So, ça veut dire qui ça? Non, pour gold digger, I'm toujours un budget pour yo.
Pour qui ça?
Non, en sérieux.
Mais,
En sérieux, Kounya là, en dépit de tout, Kounya là, vle dim. Kounya là, pour m'a laisser, Kounya là, pendant que toute responsabilité ça, oui, Kounya là pour m'a essayer. M'pas même qu'à comprendre tête, non? Kounya pas essayer comprendre on moun, on l'autre moun, qui leve non l'autre caille, qui leve non l'autre famille, qui leve avec on l'autre mentalité, qui leve avec l'autre maman, qui leve avec l'autre papa. Quand on me regarde, même famille try to get rid of her. Et puis, Kounya là, moi, même moi, vin prendre comme responsabilité, Kounya là pour m'essayer de comprendre.
Non.
Si il y a un problème mental, il faut qu'on figure out problème mental.
Non.
Mais c'est un pour tout têter ça.
Ouais, non. Ça fait le accommodation, accommoder à mon nom.
Mon cher,
No,
et ça fait qu'on pas quelqu'un garçon qui
no,
mourir mal comme ça. Et tellement n'a pas accommodé mon.
hold on. What is it? Why?
Solution, c'est mon petit cousin dire.
Listen,
Allez,
Why-
you could be,
you could be
you could be in a relationship for many different reasons.
Correct.
Right? Now, why most people are in a marriage? Well, it's basically, I would say, it's basically to raise a family. I believe that's what. Yeah, you could be in a long-term relationship
Back
with
in the
someone. You
days.
don't have to.
Back
you
in
don't
the
have to
days.
marry them.
So I looked up some information.
Back in the days.
as to a lot of men that are in happy marriages who goes above and beyond to try to understand.
They're not
their
in a
wife
happy
and their
marriage.
wives
Marriage is not meant
They're
to be
not
happy.
in a happy marriage.
Hold on. and let me
Listen,
tell you
listen,
some of the
listen.
benefits
Eh.
that they speak of that they've been able to acquire by being in such a healthy, happy marriage, because it's possible. As someone might say, I'm in this marriage to raise a family and that's it, and I want a simple life, as Sandy was mentioning. And there's others who want more than that. And some of the benefits have been emotional support, better physical health, happiness and well-being, personal growth,
Better
and guess
physical
what?
health.
Longevity, longer lifespans,
Eh.
improved mental health, and a greater sense of purpose. You have to know your person. Because if you're going into a relationship and you want it to be happy and healthy, these are all of the benefits that can come with it.
Ouais, ça dit
There's no
tellement
doubt- there's no-
ouais, ça dit tellement
No.
compliqué. Ouais, ça dit tellement compliqué. M'pa même
there's
le
no.
ouais, dans 3% moun qui lock qui enough dans ça dit là yo. M'pa vle prêcher ça. 3% trop low pour moi.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is the percentage of people that are in happy marriage versus the percentage of people that are like in unsuccessful marriage.
Yeah.
So the divorce rate in this country is 52%. That is way too high. It's crazy. That 52%. What happened is
Et l'autre 30% crété là-dedans parce que pour pas perdre tout ça gain.
More than 75% of child support are paid from men to women, and 90% of alimony are paid from men to women. You know who initiate most of the divorce? Over 70%, it's women initiating the divorce because they always think the grass is greener somewhere else.
Non, parce que yo tu pas comprendre yo.
The grass can always be green on the other side, but what they forget is that you still gotta water it.
Bible che guarda na parler.
So what I'm trying to say, for many people in this country, and those stats that I'm giving you are here in the United States, it's an
check your
unhappy
Facebook
venture.
comments.
Regardez sa Facebook team là, monsieur.
It's a dangerous venture. Gampil Muntu Pumpadi, the word I would say that deleted themselves because of being in those kind of marriage, right? So it's a very complex situation, but I will tell you one thing. India got it figured out because the divorce rate in India is only 2%. And guess what? The people that are in India are in arranged marriages that were put together by their families.
Okay. That's a good point. There are arranged marriages, but let's put that to the
We
side.
do arranged marriages here.
I believe that the reason why the divorce rate is so high is because we do not take our time to really get to know each other. Stanley, I remember when you said you met your wife that you're with and how she was really good with your children, and you analyzed and took your time to really see if this is something you wanted to do. Not everyone does that. So we're jumping into these relationships, jumping into these marriages, and then we're not compatible. We're not
and then guys got
si vous comparez pas que mon cap comparer ou l'autre monde. Et bon n'a regardé pour nous
Alright, Greg, unbite my notitions for goodbye. He was gonna say
non, après ça nous va le Facebook comment yo.
Okay, all right.
Hey, well, I almost forgot what I was gonna say, but anyway,
Marco dit on baga oui là lui-même.
Let Greg, pour qu'il Greg parle,
Greg m'a tout Greg.
So like
make it happen, Greg.
Well, make it happen. It's like, okay, so relationship is, well, it's a simple thing. You know, même j'avais dit happy wife, happy life. Moi, même gars son egg, best way to
c'est bon là,
kind of
make it happen, Greg. Make it happen.
Best way to kind of try to be happy in a relationship, c'est toujours, I don't know. I try to make it work like I'm I try to make it work like I'm a single parent. Ça veut dire, ou pas selfish, ou pas garder ça au monde pour le faire. You just do your duty, do your thing like you're alone. And then, j'aime dire là, gen deux petits moun, yo crié la nuit, met fait so lever. I got twins, lever quand même. M'kon tellement lever, madame m'a dit, ou met rete, I got it. But because sometimes people, I don't know, expectation. And then us as guys, I'm not trying to be on the women's side, but sometimes we promise a lot of things that after a while we cannot deliver. Même je l'ai dit, yes, on entre là quand on dit madame, on perd du job. Mais si depuis l'on travaille, c'est eux même qui always want to pay for everything, do everything, baby, I got everything. So now you put in that person's mind that you are that person. Mais si depuis l'on entre dans une relationship là, you keep it civilized, je dis, I'm so tired of payer, de même payer. I mean, now
même manette de comme ça, même femme moi va supposer travail.
There we go. So, you know what's gonna happen. From that moment, when I'm done, me the first night.
Hey, moi-même, on fait moi faire petit avant. Moi-même, ça va, attendez, quittez me parler. On fait moi faire petit ensemble avant, m'a vivre dans cavo pas supposé travailler. Mais puisque c'est ça fait de parler nous de culture. Mais puisque m'a vivre aux États-Unis, m'pas qu'un bon garçon. Parce que me connais si femme ça pas travail, il va lever.
Mais non.
Alimoni n'a parlé à, Justin n'a parlé à, because femme ça, il pas aucun avantage pour le rester avec, parce que s'il quitte, la bénéficie plus. Monsieur, c'est pas qui tout sous, monsieur, l'on paye une femme, l'on a vivre et puis pas obligé de travailler.
Anderson, soulève un monde qui sans goal, qui
Sans
sans
goal,
carrière, qui sans rien.
Monsieur, ça n'a pas dit à moi, Mexicain nous bien.
Ok,
monsieur,
Mano,
faut que tu te Mano, attendez.
Parlez for the whole show. Now listen, my friend. Vous pensez souvent pour une femme qui est docteur, ou bien qui est avocat, qui a de career, qui a everything going on, il va chiller dans le cas où il est petit pour vous, pendant ce temps, ou même, what is this nonsense?
But no, but Mono, yeah, but Mono, you got to understand it's a trade-off. There's certain things that you benefit from having a woman that doesn't have all that. That doesn't mean you can't have an educated woman. Ou bien une femme qui chita la caillou, qui sont docteurs liés. Qui sont docteurs en psychologie et puis les cahiers de tout le monde, il y a des master en education or a doctorate in education et puis chita la caillou là pour que petit monde, right? But the thing is that Monsieur Zuli même personnellement, les travail, les fait corps, he'd like his wife to be at home. She could be educated. There's nothing wrong in having an educated woman. But if you have a working, educated woman, there are certain things that he thinks that he'll suffer from it, right? Basically, does she have the time and attention for my children? Does she have the time and attention for the household the way I would like to have it, right? So everything has a trade-off. Everything is a positive or a negative.
Monsieur, attendez bien, monsieur, non. Monsieur, pas Mexicain nous. Monsieur, pas tête nous menti. Mano, pas tête nous menti ça. Ouais. Chaque nègre différent, ça dépend de circumstances of their life situation. Moi-même, les m'a parlé comme ça, m'a parlé de moi-même. But quelqu'un qui pas l'autre nègre vit différent. Mais même moi dis ou femme moi fait petit ensemble avec vous. M'a vivre avec vous, madame moi pas ta supposé travail parce que moi-même moi travail. Attendez ça m'a dit, rete-moi là. Non, rete-moi, non. Rete-moi, eh ben, rete-moi Mano. Attendez ça m'a dit. Mano, attendez ça m'a dit. Monsieur, comment vous comprenez? Et ça m'a dit là. On compte ça fait m'dou ça. Ma bon,
Anderson,
attendez. M'gè petit ensemble avec une femme. Imaginez m'gè deux petites, trois petites avec une femme. OK? M'a travail du. Si même la madame moi son docteur lié. Laissez-la le travail, la fait 150 000 $. Moi-même, ma travail, je vais payer madame moi 2 fois que le travail au pays là. Pendant ce temps, ça qui est important. Nous tous les deux courir de l'argent. Et tandis que nous avons des petits gens là à lever. Qui est-ce qui pie en mesure pour éduquer ces gens ça yo? Maman ou bien étranger?
Anderson.
Et ça m'a parlé là. Tenez ça m'a dit. Tenez bien. Est-ce que mais tenez ça m'a dit. Tenez.
Successful at doing it.
Tenez ça m'a dit.
That's your choice.
Tenez ça m'a dit.
That's not the right way to do things.
Mais non, tenez ça m'a dit.
What you want doesn't mean that that's how it's supposed to be. Et pas tout le monde qui travaille pour l'argent. Il y a des gens qui travaillent because they love what they're doing.
Yep.
They enjoy their career. That's the dream.
Tenez ça m'a dit. Ouais, moi-même. Bon, monsieur. Pour moi, on fait pas si vous travail.
OK, but
pour moi, on fait pas si vous depuis on fait travail du LED. Marquez ça là. Depuis on fait travail du LED.
OK, attendez.
Monsieur, vous Dieu créé comme gros macaque pour travailler du pour nous occuper femme, oui, monsieur. Depuis madame ou travail du, monsieur, on pas que madame, non. Madame ou pas supposé travail du. Mais attendez bien, ça m'a dit. C'est peut-être ça me dit nous ça. It's about culture. N'a vivre aux États-Unis. Aux États-Unis, c'est pas côté nèg ta supposé que madame. Et ta culture États-Unis, système capitaliste là. Côté ou qui ça promoté parce que yo besoin labor. Yo besoin labor. Sou bien regardez, c'est gros imbécile gros macaque seulement qui te madame al travail. Sou bien regardez, vraie société a. Vraie société a monsieur. Monsieur, moi-même lève avec juif. Monsieur,
I feel personally.
non, regardez, monsieur, me lève avec juif. Monsieur, me lève avec juif. Me lève avec, regardez moi qui j'ai un Dieu fonctionner. Parce que je travaille avec moun sa yo. Monsieur, madame juif là, gen moun qui te kapé éduquer pas seul. Mais madame n'a pas le travail, non? Nèg la pété fiel, m'gon nèg monsieur m'konne monsieur qui te la calé à 7h du matin, la rentre à 10h du soir. Pendant ce temps, madame ni, non seulement madame non, son femme qui éduquée, qui parle travail, et puis madame non s'il gen 2 mètres dans caille là. Ouais, ça vous regardez les résultats tout oui?
Non.
Regardez les résultats petit yo bay. Avec résultat petit pour là ou même ou travail, madame ou travail, des résultats différents.
Est-ce qu'on est tout ça culturel lié tout de it's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, est-ce qu'on est que sa fille a fait à tout? Le plus souvent la fait against her will. She wants to be out there. She wants to work. Yes.
Non, papa, les femmes chiffres, papa. Sont le culture lié against her will.
They want, yeah.
Yes,
they want to work. Dude, do you know what a Jewish woman goes through before she gets married?
One mic at a time. Sorry, one mic at a time.
One mic at a time.
Okay, je vois la vie.
Ouais, Loulou, t'es si c'est plus belle question liée. Et pas qu'on est femme ça, monsieur.
Oui, ça.
Oh, Loulou. Monsieur, Loulou belle, c'est Loulou belle.
Oh, libère bien.
Ouais, papa. Loulou sur étoile.
C'est l'étoile.
Mais depuis comment c'est travail dit, regardez-moi.
Non, étoile liée. Étoile liée. Étoile liée, baba.
On this one, just read the comment for me, please. Let's just read the comment.
Mon cher.
Vous regardez qui sont comment
là. C'est the best request you made all day.
Vous regardez, you know comment yo. Bon, ma colli me dit that's not true. Ma colli dit ça dit that's.
So abdio, pas true.
Et c'est même qui parler.
Et vous avez dit oui. Et vous avez parlé de dire.
Go back at moun qui bam thumbs up. Go back at moun qui bam thumbs up. Ma mariée doit même dire charger voler dehors. Charger gold digger. Moi pas regarder pour moi mariée doit moi même un budget pour gold digger.
Est-ce que fille bottoms up yo ou garçon bottoms up yo?
Hein?
Qu'est-ce que bottoms up?
Et femme qui bam thumbs up oui.
Bon d'accord.
C'est femme qui bam thumbs up.
Oui.
Go ahead. Mariée doit dire what shit is right. Certain ways women shouldn't supposed to work so hard like that. Point blank.
Yeah, but you're about to travail so hard. You don't want to work hard. Watch out, show how can fake.
Monsieur.
Comme si moi-même tu n'as qu'à faire et pour dire you know what Loulou, I do not want you to work. I want you to focus on that. Bon, when the kids are in school, what can I do to better your business? How can I support you?
You are educated. You find something to do. Non. Go back à Tagadou. Lorsqu'on est dit comme ça que, oh, les pauvres madame ni travaillent comme Tagadou, font dans son boom, font dans son crackhead. Ça veut dire, le mal travail, on prend crack? Les mal travail qui sont à faire, on prend crack? Non! Ça veut dire, madame n'est pas éduquée. Madame n'est éduquée. As a matter of fact, c'est tellement value ma éducation madame moi, c'est une plus bon monde qui a éduqué petite moi, c'est peut-être ça supposé rester dans caille là pour éducation qu'elle gagne pour le capable passer ba petite moi.
What's the point? I still don't get it.
Get it?
Well,
no,
I mean, if I can tie it back to what the lady was saying in the video, basically she's saying that men are not understanding women when it comes to the emotional part of women because they are sensitive being, they're emotional being, and we're not catering to that, right? I think she has a point, right? But the thing is that we can't, in every relationship, that cannot be the main focus, right? Obviously, you want to pay attention to a woman, une femme, c'est comme son belle fleur liée. Faut oser, épanouir. Donc, so it can bloom. Therefore, ou même qui sont garçons, si on va rentrer dans le cas là, ou pas même garder madame, you don't even look in her direction.
That's what she's talking about.
You're asking for food, you're asking for this, you're asking, are my laundry, is my laundry?
Les madame moi va rentrer dans le cas là, madame pour garder, ou c'est boss qui garder madame.
Anyway, let me finish my point. You know, I think it's fair that women deserve to get the attention that they're looking for to a certain level. But right now, I feel like what the women are asking out there, toute femme campée sont question de est-ce que Washington Cliff Bali, est-ce que Washington BMW pour rouler, what's the next vacation, things that are costing thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, I think the focus when it comes to attention that they're confusing this sentimental attention versus, materialistic thing.
Good. And that's a good way to wrap up this topic. Now we're going to go ahead and go around and everyone go ahead and say your final thoughts. 20 seconds or less.
Moi-même, m'a toujours été believe dans philosophie ça. Parce que c'est dans les États-Unis, on m'a vivre, m'a fait. But moi-même, si m'tap gen madame, papa, comme m'pa prend madame dans les États-Unis, parce que femme États-Unis, papa, femme États-Unis, les panjè, oui, et même l'on fait bien pour eux, et puis bien tout non mal dans le monde, parce que moi-même, pour m'être un bon garçon, m'a travaillé dur, les m'entrer dans le cas, moi, m'ta supposé, jouer une madame, moi, qu'après tant moi. Tout ni dans le là. Mettez si
Si la gars 3 ans, la gars 5 heures.
Anderson, d'ailleurs, mon créé un dictionnaire, moi, parce que, et moi, c'est des mots que moi, toujours bon, moi,
Le budget.
Les budget, bon, Jean.
Marco, somebody, when you was talking about what the other guys, c'est, Marco, son book, oui, c'est pour nous, monsieur. Marco, c'est absolutely, Marco dit, from the book side, men are absolutely emotional beings, but many cultures, social norms have conditioned them to express emotion differently. While women are often encouraged to be open with their feelings, men are sometimes taught to be strong, stoic, or reserved, which can make them appear less emotional. However, men feel deeply love, joy, pain, fear, sadness, just like anyone else. They may express emotion through action rather than words, such as providing, protecting, or problem solving. In a healthy relationship, a man should feel safe to be vulnerable and express his emotion openly without fear of judgment. I think men should be encouraged to show their emotion more.
No,
he's right.
He's right.
But I agree about madame was
Go ahead, Sunday. Moi-même, dernière fois, crier ba femme, mais c'est ton actrice boulique, mais c'est le foot, mais police next day. Crier devant femme. Et des bagages pour pas jamais faire devant femme. Crier devant femme et puis quitter ton neck battu devant femme.
I would say after create devant femme now, just don't do it.
You can show your emotion.
You can show your sensitive side differently, right? But you're as a man, you're supposed to be the rock. You don't have to be the rock every time. All time.
Soit m'a crié devant femme, connaissez tête même besoin mettre sous tête pour me nous même sous tête. Mais après des bagages parce que m'a crié pas tête comme ça. Pour fou non tout crier devant femme.
As a man.
Maman t'a connait crier devant femme, maman t'a tout retiré tout abandonné.
Anderson qui dit que
As a man.
Go ahead with your concluding statement.
Okay. Based on what Stanley was saying, as a man, Stanley, you out there, you in the streets, and when I say in the street, like you going to work, you got to be tough. You talking to somebody, you have to be tough. But when you get home, your sanctuary, okay?
Madame ou supposé déshabiller.
Supposé que deux mêmes en les consalem de Kala. It shouldn't be happening.
Madame ou supposé.
When I go home, this is my sanctuary. I'm supposed to feel relaxed. This is where I gotta be.
Maman solution. Madame ou supposé rentrer dans Kala décompresso. Sous cette tôt, regardez.
Mon cher,
Madame ou supposé fort douce.
Mono, je te vous.
Madame ou supposé fort douce.
Qui ça va monsieur? Qui ça va monsieur pour
même Mono, your concluding statement. Go ahead,
I guess Anderson besoin de thérapie because obviously, monsieur, he's very hurt.
Oh, moi-même chercher l'offre. Moi-même chercher l'offre. Bon, nous-mêmes, la notre la canou, nous baissons. La notre la canou, madame, notre travail.
Pas n'est fini, papa.
Fini, non, papa.
Fini, mon nous, fini. Oui, monsieur.
Même notre la cala, papa, femme, je madame, tout. Travail, pas de travail pour faire qui.
Regardez, est-ce que monsieur là, regardez, Friday, alors c'est bien. Eh oui, mon va aller bon.
Anderson, it's okay to cry sometimes. It's all good. You kind of needed it. So I guess it's okay. Because I'm crying all the time. And I'm still standing. every, you know.
Ou crier devant madame Mono. Mono crier devant madame Mono.
Moi-même, comme concluding statement, m'a dit comme ça que nous avons une belle femme avec nous dans le choix, qui c'est Loulou, et m'pas ouais que ça Anderson t'a dit du tout. Belle peau, belle souris, belles cheveux, belle créole. Et moi, j'en lis parler, j'en carry herself, son mot qui est smart, et j'en articule les têtes. Donc, et dernier mot m'a dit sur chose ça, personnel, nous débattons paquet de sujets, nous sortis dans le gouvernement, nous venons tomber dans relationship. I think it was a very interesting show. I'm looking forward to the next show as always, because this one was an entertaining one. I had a lot of laughs.
Next show is Thursday. Next for this side, next show is Thursday.
7 o'clock. Don't be late.
Yes, next show Thursday. Et Marco qui t'a écrit, nous avons Marco qui écrit, qui est-ce qui a encore écrit, et Everly, you said?
Et Marco écrit, nous avons Marie-Edouard qui écrit nous. Après, nous n'avons pas quelqu'un qui a regardé là, tout, qu'on pas quelqu'un qui a regardé choix.
Chez l'âge là.
Nous avons Boudo, pas oublier ban love chez l'âge là. Nous avons Boudo là, mon partenaire PAM. Nous avons Gaël David. Ouais, je vais plonger, on va voir jalousie.
Oui, et puis, n'a demandé pour venir nous rejoindre nous encore jeudi, là, nous brancher encore, et puis, on continue comme tout le monde qui a regardé, pas comme tout, participer dans le show, et puis faire mon, et que nous connaissons, et que show, it's going on, et puis, pour participer dans le show.
Vous connaissez, pendant qu'on a dit show, on compte ça, ou quand il y a une bagaille, nous allons parler au papa. Oui, nous connaissons qu'à plein papa. Parce que madame nous demande faire bagaille chaque jour. J'ai un garçon, bon grand, non, j'ai un garçon. Madame nous demande faire bagaille chaque jour, mais ça plein. Et ça a fini jeudi.
Gérer l'amour.
Nous pas porter la donne pour douceur. On compte Georges.
Mais fils, ça a un problème.
Next Thursday, c'est ça.
This Thursday.
This Thursday. Sorry. Mono, pas dernier mono.
Mono, pas dernier mono.
Happy wife, happy life.
All right, so let's
monsieur. Monsieur va pas dernier mono.
Ah, Marie m'a dit.
Nek femme non.
Nek femme non. Marie m'a dit, moi mes femmes, moi aimer toute femme. That's it.
Vous aimez toute femme? Vous aimez toute femme? C'est pas toute femme, non femme.
all right.
Bon, moi même m'a close.
Anderson, quittez Loulou parler.
Statement. So we have some great topics, of course, from government situations to relationship. We definitely want the viewers to comment more, make it entertaining, have questions, etc., so that we can also entertain you to your liking. And again, we will have another show this Thursday, so we look forward to more interesting topics.
Et avec encore tout, et moi-même personnellement, m'a dit nous subscribe et share pour ça by love et bah nous love et subscribe dans YouTube, subscribe dans et TikTok et Facebook. Follow on Facebook. Et puis, moi-même, nous, tout connaissons. Manger l'argent, me dit, I love you. I don't give a damn. On va obliger de mettre fake it or you want, I don't care. Moi-même, bon love. Manger l'argent, bon love. Là, tu me bats en femme $50, et puis le baba, I love you, me dit, dernier $50 après. Ma tête comme ça, moi-même, pas play food love. Ça veut dire, ouais, dans le show, bah, nous love dans le show. Même là, n'est-ce pas love, moi-même, love. Bon love. Avec moi-même, toujours, m'a toujours believe dans ça.
Et vous dites qu'il y a sur Wall of Lies, c'est pas ça, je n'en pile là, vous capable.
Depuis c'est Facebook, by love. By love, c'est love. Et love lié, tonton. Ouais. Imagine, on va travailler pour madame, on va travailler tout. Et puis,
ok, nous finissons.
Même pas le fini, non? C'est fâché.
We love you.
Et mesdames et messieurs, thank you very much. We love you. Thank you for watching the show. See you on Thursday. Et ça, samedi là. Même si bagaille là. Et puis ça, le producteur tout. Producteur qui toujours derrière nous qui fait manifestation. Oh, fan couper. Qu'est-ce que ça coupe là? Oh, toujours pour derrière mon tout time.
Midi.
below me. All right, see you
I still got it.
Thursday, guys.
It was good. It was good.
Now,